Hello guys, my name is Kim and today we're going to be talking about The Killing Joke movie review. Grrr. Okay, yes, I have mixed feelings, mixed reactions about this film, but I thought today would be the best day to release this review because it's coming out either today or tomorrow on DVD, and I think it's easier for everyone to have watched it and felt feelings about it after it's come out on DVD. And I'm going to point out there will be spoilers in this video. Even if you've read the comic, there are spoilers in this film that aren't in the comic. So if you have not seen the Killing Joke animated film, I would suggest watching it first and then coming back. Though I'm not going to talk about any massive spoilers until probably halfway through the video. So I will notify you when I start talking about massive spoilers, so you can probably still continue watching. If you have read the comic, I will then tell you when to stop. So I was so excited about this movie coming out, having read The Killing Joke for the first time at the beginning of this year. I absolutely love the comic, and it's one of my favorite Batman comics because I'm a big Batgirl fan, and though the comic isn't necessarily good for Batgirl, it is still an integral part of her storyline. And I did quite recently do a review on this comic book, which I will link here. So if you want to watch a review on the comic book, click this link. So hearing this movie was going to become an animated film, I was a little confused because yes, the book is amazing, but it's not exactly hugely dense. It's very small compared to like Nightfall or Hush. It's not a very long comic. So to have this as like an hour-long film or longer than that, I didn't know what was going to happen until we found out that they were going to have all this extra footage at the beginning, which will develop Batgirl's storyline a bit more, which for me is exciting because I love Batgirl. Except that things happen which are gross and it is not good. But we're jumping ahead of ourselves here. Let's talk about the film as a whole, because I would definitely give this film an 8.5 out of 10. As I said, I love the comic, but I'm not going to talk about the story and all the different values and themes because I already talked about that in my comic book review of The Killing Joke, which I've linked before, so you can watch that if you want to have a look at, you know, the base storyline of The Killing Joke. In this, I'm going to be mostly talking about, you know, its adaptation to the cinematic screen. So overall, yes, I did love this film. I thought it was great, except that one scene, which we'll talk about, don't worry. So yes, it was good, and I'm so glad that it has now been adapted to the big screen because I think this moment in Batman history is a pinnacle point in any continuity in any Batman universe. So it is amazing that it is now finally a film like, what, 20 years later? Actually, almost 30 years later, my god. One thing I want to point out in this is the animation. The animation in this wasn't fantastic for me. It was very, very basic, but I guess when it comes to making an animated film, you can't really go all out with like the art style. It just has to fit a certain look for screen. Voice artist, let's talk about that. Kevin Conroy as Batman is always fantastic, and he did voice Batman Bruce Wayne. We also had Mark Hamill as the Joker, who is always fantastic, obviously, and Tara Strong voiced Batgirl, who she normally voices Batgirl in most sort of animated movies, and Harley Quinn as well. She does voice a lot of Harley Quinn. I think she voices most of Harley Quinn in all of like the Arkham games, so she's mostly known for Harley Quinn and Batgirl, so she did Batgirl in this film. So overall, yes, this is a great film, and if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's amazing. But we're going to talk about the spoiler scene. So if you haven't seen the movie, goodbye. Okay, I feel a rant ensuing. I feel anger levels stretching to maximum. We're of course going to talk about the Batman-Batgirl relationship in this film and the WF happened in it and why it had to happen. Like, I'm not even sure what the reason was, and I feel bugs crawling all over me because it feels disgusting. Let's chat. Okay, so if you've seen this film and you're aware of this film, or you've heard rumors about the film, you know that Batman and Batgirl get it on, which is without a doubt the most grossest thing in all of history of the world and everything, and ew. So for me, Batman and Batgirl are a very father-daughter relationship. Yes, he's not her actual father, but I feel like she's Barbara Gordon and she's Batgirl. As Barbara Gordon, you know, Jim's her father. Yes. As Batgirl, Batman is her father. That's sort of the layout that has been prescribed for the Bat family. You know, it's just weird when it is cracked apart and all hell breaks loose and then a volcano comes up and explosions happen with the lava and everyone's dying, and this got dark really quick. The point is, when you start breaking those relationships, nothing makes sense anymore. And to me, it did not make sense. It just felt weird because their relationship is such a father-daughter relationship. It just felt incestual and it felt wrong and weird. And yes, they were saying, yeah, they just slept together and that was it. It was just like a sexual thing. But still, ew. Like, I don't know. No. So yes, that was the main point that I did not like about it, was confused about it. I'm assuming they've done it just because they wanted something really like raunchy and, you know, hard-hitting and extreme for people to be like, what the actual hellhole have you done there? Okay. But overall, yes, the film was fantastic, except for that one stupid scene. Though I did enjoy the backstory of Batgirl at the beginning. I have no issues with any of that except for that scene. So it was nice to have a little bit more focus on Babs in this film. So that I did enjoy. So that is my review for The Killing Joke. I wanted to keep it short and sweet and have a little mini rant about that one thing because it's a big controversial thing that is widely talked about right now, and I feel like a lot of people have problems and issues and things they want to get off their chest. So I want to know what you guys thought of the film and what you think of that issue. And obviously, if you're watching this and you haven't watched The Killing Joke yet, the animated film, then you're probably not gonna want to scroll down there because it's just gonna be a fiery hell of spoiler, so maybe not scroll down there. So thank you so much guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you have not seen this film, you need to go watch it. You need to buy it on DVD, you need to buy it digitally, whatever you want to do, you need to see this film. It is fantastic, and if you have not read the comic, do so. Thank you so much for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.